Hello everyone, welcome to Geology Concepts YouTube channel. I am here to discuss with you doubly plunging folds, a very important topic for examination. Questions have been asked, and these folds are actually those folds which are plunging, of course, and that too in two directions. Hence they are called as doubly plunging folds. So their fold axis is, or hinge we can say, is plunged in two directions. So they either make a domal type of topography or basin. So if they are upwarped or they are bulged, then they form dome, and if they are downwarped, then they form basin, which we call as depression. So the significance of doubly plunging folds is that they provide a very good accumulation of hydrocarbons, because they provide a four-way dip reservoir. We will see that in a bit. So you will see that how important they are as per the accumulation of hydrocarbon or oil and gas is concerned. Now in this particular video we will understand that how do we analyze different type of doubly plunging folds, because there are four possibilities of doubly plunging folds, and how do we analyze or identify those in the geological maps, because that is the main question that has been asked in the GATE exams. So as I have mentioned that two possibilities are there: either they form depression or they form culmination, and they are of course non-cylindrical doubly plunging folds. You cannot fit a cylinder through its fold axis. Yeah, but they are conical, because if you look at one of its cross section, you can actually see a part of the cone. So there are two possibilities: one is depression and culmination. Now these two possibilities can again be either in antiform or in synform. So in together there are four such type of doubly plunging folds. Now these four are to be identified in a geological map. So the first and foremost step to identify will that be of identifying whether it is an antiform or a synform. So for that we will use its generic definition, that along an HST, which is the hinge surface trace, both of the limbs will dip away from each other in the case of antiform, and towards each other in the case of synform. So this is the particular type of symbolization of antiform and synform by which you can identify. So this is the first and foremost thing that you need to identify doubly plunging fold: the dip direction of both the limbs. Second, you need to identify whether it is culmination or depression. So see, in a map view you will not be able to identify whether it is bulged or whether it is downwarped, because in the map it will all be flat. So until unless these arrows are representing the direction of plunge of the fold axis, so without these arrows you cannot actually comment whether it is culmination or depression. Now even after these arrows are given, how do you interpret? So see, in case of culmination there will always be a common highest point away from which the fold axis or the hinge will plunge in opposite direction. In the case of depression there will be the same common point, which will be now the lowest point on that fold, and in this case the hinge direction or the hinge surface trace, the plunge of the hinge, will be towards each other, or they will be converging at this common lowest point. So this is the only way you can identify in a map whether it is culmination or depression. Same definition goes with the synform also. In the case of depression they all will be converging or meeting at this common point, the lowest point, and in the case of culmination, from this common highest point they will be separating from each other. So this will be our basis for identifying the four types of doubly plunging folds in geological map. We will just now see that how do they look like. Also, as I have mentioned, that these doubly plunging folds can actually be very fruitful for the accumulation of hydrocarbons or oil and gas. So you can see here that these type of basins will act as a very good reservoir. Okay, now how do we identify these four type of doubly plunging folds in a map? So as I have told you, first and foremost important thing is to identify the antiform or synform. Then you will decide whether it is culmination or depression. So to identify an antiform, you can see that this dip direction of the limbs across this HST is very important, because this will only tell you whether it is an antiform or synform. So you can see that the dip is opposite across this HST in both the cases, hence it must be an antiform. And in the case of synform, you can see that these are dipping towards the HST. Okay, because we see antiform is like this, in which this bed is dipping opposite to this one, and in the case of synform they always dip towards each other, and this is their HST. So the same definition applies here, and this will be a very simple task to identify whether it is an antiform or synform. Now the next point is to determine whether it is culmination or depression, for which you need these arrows, and these arrows are actually representing the direction of plunge of the fold axis. So this is the common point. We do not know whether it is the highest point or lowest point, because in the map you cannot see that, but yes, by these arrows you can actually identify that if these arrows are going away from each other, there must have been this culmination, hence they are moving away from each other, and in the case of depression they will be coming towards each other, as in this case. So this will indicate depression and this will indicate the culmination. Same goes with here. So this is a very basic idea behind identifying the 4 types of doubly plunging fold. Another thing that can be added in the identification of doubly plunging fold is the concept of anticline and syncline, but you know that for that you need the respective ages of the beds. So if those ages are given to you and the exposure of those beds or outcrop is provided to you, then you can easily tell whether it is an anticline or syncline. Without that you cannot comment on that part. You can only tell whether it is antiform or synform. So question have been asked, various type of questions have been asked till now, and recently there have been questions from this topic, so this becomes an important one. So I am here to discuss with you this recent GATE question, in which they have asked all the 3 things, whether it is an antiform, synform, depression or culmination, or anticline or syncline. So we will do it one by one. First we will identify whether it is an antiform or synform, for which we need the dip of these limbs. Now you can easily identify that these limbs are dipping opposite to that of this fold axis or HST, so it must be an antiform. So this is the first thing. Next, whether it is an culmination or depression, for that we can see these arrows going away from this common point, hence it should be a culmination. And the last part is that whether it is an anticline or syncline, for that you need the ages of these beds. So by looking at this legend we can see that this one is the youngest, and youngest rock at the core indicates syncline, because by definition we know if there are older rocks at the core, then it will be an anticline, and younger rocks at the core will be syncline, hence it will be a syncline. Now based on this interpretation, our answer must be the culmination of an antiformal syncline. Depression is absolutely incorrect, so it will not be the answer. Now there is a slight confusion in this figure, is that by looking at this figure you cannot comment directly that it is an antiform, because it looks like a synform. But yes, by looking at the symbols, the map symbols, which are the most important ones, you can easily identify it is an antiform. And you should look at the symbols, because symbols are the only reliable sources of information on a geological map or any map, right? So this is how you do the questions. I hope I made things clear to you. This is all about doubly plunging folds. There is nothing extra about these, and the questions will be somewhat like this. So if you like the video, share it with your friends, like the video, and comment your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.